Margaret.
Hey there, Bob. How are you tonight?
I'm doing fine, doing fine. Did some smoking out on the grill today, and
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
what are you cooking?
oh man, I smoked some turkey legs.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Oh, it was good. But
Yeah.
anyway, I want to wish everybody out there, whether you're watching live or you're gonna catch us later, uh, happy Labor Day. Hope y'all
Yes.
had a great and safe holiday weekend. The other thing I want to mention is we will be taking live calls tonight. If anybody has any questions, the number is on the screen or will be on the screen, or I don't know if it's on the screen because I can't see because I
It's
don't
on
have my
this.
glasses on.
Oh, it's on the screen.
Okay, Margaret says it's on the screen.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to have a fun show tonight because it's all about puppies and it's all about dogs that we bring in from shelters, from rescue organizations. You find on the street, you feel sorry for them, and you want to bring them in because they're cute, or you feel bad that someone left them out on the road. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to turn this over to Margaret, and then I'm going to fill in a little bit. So Margaret, it's all on you.
Okay, so we're talking about bringing a new puppy into the household, and first off, we're going to start off with young puppies. Um, Say you don't have. We'll start with like no dogs in the house. You have no dogs in the house, and you're bringing a little puppy into the house. First off, you want to talk to your either if you're getting it from a breeder, talk to the breeder what you should have at home first, um, to the food that they're eating, that kind of thing. Then, if it's a rescue, say you're getting it from a shelter or what have you, I would recommend first talking to a trainer before you bring a puppy into the house. I've had many, clients get their second puppy or that kind of thing. Talk to me first before they bring a puppy into the house. You can even talk to a trainer to go with you and help you pick out a puppy, pick out your dog before you go looking. I would highly advise that because there are things that trainers can see or even feel from a dog or a puppy that you kind of overlook or that kind of thing. So talking to a trainer and having them go with you. You ever done that, Bob?
Uh, I myself, I only went. I believe in all the years I've been training. I think, and I'll be honest with you, maybe on my hand I can count the people because they just feel, well, this puppy's cute, I'm going to bring it home. Or
Mm-hmm.
they get a 3 month old, a 5 month old pup, or a 4 month old, and they don't know nothing about this dog, and they don't know what to look for. They just know it's cute, and any problem you might be having when you get them, it's already developed in that dog from its previous home or
Mm-hmm.
what it picked up from the street. You know,
Yes.
so I would advise you exactly what Margaret said, because a good trainer can read that dog. It can see the problems in the dog. It can see the problems that you may have with this pet. It may be a good fit for you. You may feel it's a good fit. And the trainer says, that's just too much dog.
Yes.
I've run into people that just can't handle the dogs. And I got a rescue, and he's such a good dog. And I look at him, I said, man, that's too much dog for me. Let alone, I mean, you're 58 years old, and this is your first dog. I went to a lady's house the other day, and I did an evaluation, and they want me to train their dog. Margaret, it's a Mastiff Great Dane cross, 8 months old, dog's 100 miles an hour. And
Yeah.
believe it or not, it's their very first dog. The lady
Wow.
never had a pet before. The son never had a pet before. I
Wow.
walked in the house, and this dog hit me so hard in the chest, it threw me halfway across the kitchen. I
Dang.
said, man, this is a lot of dog. I said, I
Uh-huh.
can train it. But, so be careful what you're getting, people. don't get a big, huge dog if you never had a dog before and it looks like he's got a firecracker lit under his butt.
Yeah.
Take it away, Margaret.
Yeah, I learned this is one of the great things I learned at dog training school. They said don't go by what the dog looks like. Go by his temperament, his behavior,
Exactly.
how he is. I don't know how many times I've heard people say, oh, but he's so beautiful. Look at his markings. Well, that's not going to tell me how easy or hard he is to train. And that's not going to, predict his behavior.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like a car.
Yeah. It's like I tried telling people, when I was raising shepherds, this one's got such pretty markings. And, they say we looked at other dogs. Look at how pretty this dog is. You got a pretty dog, but he's a damn idiot.
Mm-hmm.
It's the thing is how pretty he is does not mean what type of dog you're going to have.
Right.
Especially a puppy. He may look like a cute little puppy with cute markings, just like a German Shepherd puppy. Oh, look how dark his face is, and he's going to be good looking. Mm-hmm. People don't know that little tiny brown spot is going to grow. He's not going to look like the same adorable puppy.
Right.
Exactly. So, go ahead, Margaret.
Yeah, and so you want to get prepared in that manner. Pick out, your either it's a puppy or it's an adult dog. You want to pick them out the right way, okay? And then from there, you want to get guidance for when you bring the dog home. Like Bob was saying, you don't know the history of this dog. I just finished training a dog here at my house that, two of her owners had passed away, and she had a lot of anxiety and that kind of thing. And, we can guess all day long, this might have happened or this might have happened, but, you have to take the dog where it is. And when you go through training, you're going to learn a lot about your dog and how to communicate, what best ways to communicate with your dog. So training, it's absolutely necessary, even if it's not me or Bob, of course. Get a trainer, learn how to communicate with your dog, learn more about your dog. So then life for him or her will be easier and for you. Okay. One thing we've encountered is dogs that come from kennels or I have a young dog here that is getting excited right now. That come from a kennel situation or been in a kennel for a long time before they come home. Is they do have a lot of anxiety, and what do they do with that anxiety and that energy is they chew. So you want to get really acquainted with what chew bones to have for your dog when you leave the house, how to reduce that anxiety. And we touched on that a little bit with separation anxiety in the last show. So if you're wondering about separation anxiety, rewind one week and go watch that show. We touch on it very well.
Excuse me 1 minute.
Yeah.
I want to clarify something right here. I got a gentleman. I can't quite pronounce his name. It's Michael. Michael Vick. Michael, I don't sell dogs. I don't think Margaret sells dogs. I don't know if you're talking about.
You know who Michael Vick is? Michael Vick is that football player.
No. This is totally different.
I know, but he's just saying he's Michael Vick. He's being funny. He's being funny.
Anyway, it's you said something. Anyway, just to get things straight, you see it on there, Margaret.
Yeah, I think
that's the thing. We don't sell dogs.
That's somebody.
We train dogs. We train dogs. Again, if you watched our first shows, anything like this, I've been doing this professionally for 43 years. Margaret's been in this business for 25 years. I will get to the point of some things. I'm going to let Margaret do what she does. And then, you know me, I kind of lay it on the line. And because it's like Easty Westy. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to let Easty go first, and I'm going to take the Westy. So
Okay.
go ahead, Margaret.
Hey. Yeah, someone's being funny saying that they're
Hello,
Michael Vick.
Cindy.
Hey,
Yeah.
Cindy, and hey, Kelly. How you doing? But yeah, we were talking earlier too, and we were talking how people bring a dog into their house. They don't know the dog's history. They don't know how they'll do, and they leave to work to the day, and they come home, and a lot of stuff is chewed up in the house. They've chewed up this, that, or the other, and the dog is in a new environment. They don't know where they're at. They're new to you too. They're new to everything. So the best thing to keep them out of trouble and to keep them safe, because they could choose something they're not supposed to, is a kennel, or people call it a crate. And dogs are den animals. So, using a crate is not a mean thing to do. Give them a Nylabone or that kind of thing to chew while they're in the crate. Um, like I said before, watch last week about separation anxiety. When you leave the house, don't say anything. Don't have a high pitched voice. Don't get excited when you leave. Oh, have a good day.
Right.
That kind of thing. Just walk out the door. It's a lot easier on them when you do that way. And when you are home, teaching them the right things to chew on versus the bad things. But, do research before you bring a dog home. You could pick the wrong breed. And sometimes rescue groups, or even, the shelters, they don't exactly know what the breed is.
And unless you find a good rescue group,
yeah,
they just wanna put that dog in an environment.
yes.
They ain't gonna tell you the whole story. I'm
Right.
not saying which ones are good and which ones are bad, but there are some rescue groups out there that all they want to do is adopt them dogs out. They want to get
Right.
them in the home, and that's do a little research on the rescue group and look at their reviews and things like that. Just don't rush
Yes.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, a friend of mine got a golden from a golden rescue, and within a month or two, she started having seizures. And I'm like, don't tell me that rescue group didn't know
Oh
that
yeah.
when
They
they
just
had
don't
her
happen.
for 6 months or so, And I did fostering for a rescue group before, and I was always honest with the people. Of course, I would get the biters, that kind of thing, and I would be honest with them. Like, don't let anybody pet the dog when they're on your lap. That kind of put them on the floor or that kind of thing, because they feel like they own you when they're sitting on your lap. There were certain things that I would tell them, but I was very, very honest. And most of the dogs, kept the first time home because you're honest with them. You have to ask a lot of questions when you adopt there's all breeds rescue groups. There's rescue groups for almost every breed is what I'm trying to say. So if you want to get, like a poodle or something like that, and you don't want to go buy from a breeder, look up with your state, like Texas Poodle Rescue, and it'll come up, and start looking at the rescue groups there. You can go on Facebook and search for them too, and then ask them for people you can talk to that have adopted from them before, so then you get, a good idea of how this rescue group is. Anything to add to that, Bob?
Yeah, I know we're talking about rescue groups and stuff like that, but I'm gonna get down to the brass tacks here because that's me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Like I said, I don't BS nobody. I tell you straight out the way it is. I've seen people go out. It's an elderly couple, and they go out and rescue a 1.5-year-old German short hair pointer, and they wonder why it's wiry as hell. It's a sporting dog, of course. Man, he wants a hunt bird. They don't realize your Aussies, your German short hairs, any sporting breed, even majority of the terrier breeds, they need a lot of playtime. They need to get out and run, or they will drive you crazy.
Yep.
They're going to start chewing. They're going to start digging in your backyard because they're bored. Remember, folks, you've seen You've seen my videos on Facebook. You've seen it here, I believe, on our first or second show. A dog can only do 3 things when it's bored or he's stressed out, and that's chew, dig, and bark to relieve that stress. Now, if you don't have time to go out and play with this dog or to work this dog in obedience, don't get that type of dog. If you want a laid back dog, go find you a dog he's elderly. If you're elderly, find you an older dog. Give him the best last days of his life or whatever, and you guys will get along fine. But don't go out and get a dog that's 100 miles an hour because he's cute. Now, Margaret, I'm going to go ahead and touch base on some things. You get a puppy. Everybody's excited. The kids are excited. Mom and dad's excited. Or you rescue an 8-month-old dog, or you get a dog from the pound, which ain't going to tell you the full story about what kind of dog you're getting anyway. But, we know nothing about this dog. Yeah, well. Anyway, you bring this dog home, and what do? I'm not going to give any names, but you stop at the pet supermarket. Let's call it that. And you buy $50, $60, $70 worth of toys. Oh, he's going to have so much. This one is plush, and it's got a squeaker, and this one jumps around on the floor, and it's got pretty lights, and this does this, and he's going to have a ball. Then what do? You get home, and you put it on the floor, and you play with him maybe 2 minutes, and then you're done playing. So you got to look at things realistic. Does the dog really know those are toys? And if you say yes, you're barking up the wrong tree. That dog has no clue those are toys. The dog does not know what a toy is. All he knows is you play with him with it. That's good. He doesn't know the word toy. Excuse my French, folks, if I offend anybody, but to the dog, it's just a bunch of shit on the floor he can chew on. So when he starts chewing on Dad's $450 steel toe work boots and Dad tans his hide for it, the dog looks at you like, what the hell? It's on the floor. Why can't I chew on these? They're on the floor. People, it's real simple. I want you to you can put some toys out, but kind of figure out real quick which is the most favorite. I mean, the dog loves this toy. I want you to play with him with it 15, 20 minutes, and then take it away. You can do a bait and switch if you want. Give him a cookie, take the toy, put that toy away. Then I want you to get 2 harder toys. You can get a Kong. You can go to a butcher shop and get a shank bone, whatever. But leave out 2 or 3 toys and just play with them with those a little bit. Then every single day, I want you to grab that favorite toy and play with them straight for 20 minutes. Now, when he sees that toy, he knows it's playtime. And he's going to get all that excitement and frustration out. And Dad's playing with me, and life is good. Okay? That's the way to handle that. The other thing I would do is if Brian from Texas was on here, he just loves doing this, and so do I. And that's set your dog up. And what I want you to do is take an old remote, take a pair of tennis shoes, take some of Mom's socks, put 3 or 4 things you do not want that dog to chew on. Put them on your living room floor. Take not his favorite toy, but take his bones and put them out there. And as soon as he starts going for the sock or the remote, don't wait till he puts it in his mouth. As soon as he goes for it, I don't care if you clap your hands. I don't care what you do. Get his attention. A big sharp no. And when he looks at you, pick up his toy, or his bone, I should say, and play with him with it. Now, coupled with obedience, please put obedience on your dog. It opens a line of communication with that animal. So, coupled with the obedience, oh, wait a minute. If I don't sit, there's that dang word no. But if I sit, Dad praises me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got that word no, but now Dad's playing with me with this. So, again, it all works together. In order to learn, folks, you just cannot discipline. You got to show right from wrong. The other thing I want to get into is don't let your puppy jump on you. I know they're cute. I know they're fuzzy, and they jump on you. And what's the first thing they do, Margaret? Oh, what a cute puppy, right? Oh, my little fuzzy face. You people are out of your mind. Don't do that.
And that little puppy is going to grow to a bigger dog. It's not going to be as cute when they're 90 pounds if you have that type of dog.
And the thing is, what are they doing when they do that, Margaret? They're condoning that behavior.
Exactly.
Never, ever, ever, ever. If the dog jumps on you, ignore that animal.
Yep.
He'll figure it out to get down. And when he gets down, don't get overexcited with him. Give him a little scratch on the head. Good puppy. And leave it at that and go about your business. Yep. But the more the dog jumps on you and the more you praise it, the worse it's going to become. If you get a larger dog and he jumps on your legs when you're sitting on the couch, I say to myself, hey, you better get off me. I stand up. You ain't getting nothing. If he stands there, then I'll give him a little scratch. And he's going to start learning, well, if I just stand here, I get praised. If I jump, I get nothing.
Right.
Same thing with a puppy play biting. He play bites on your fingers, he's done. The problem people have is they play roughhouse with their pups or dogs they just get with their hands. And then all of a sudden, oh no, he's biting me too hard. We got to stop this. You created it. And then you're going to call me and Margaret and any other trainer out there to help you stop it. When you create your own problems.
Yep.
Don't do it. Yep. The first time that dog lays teeth on you, he loses play. Mm-hmm. And then when he stops, be very calm. Good dog. In a calming voice. Yep. The more excited you get, you lit a firecracker under that dog's butt.
Exactly. They're going to play off of you. Yeah, they're going to play off of you. So the more excited you are, the more excited they're going to be. So you notice how excited dogs are around like kids that are, running around. The dog's all hyper too. So, what I call it when it's time to pet your puppy from jumping or your dog is when all four are on the floor, then they get the attention. That's their paws, all four paws on the floor. So all four on the floor, it's clear to praise. Balance the scales with praise and correction. The more hyper your dog is, the lower the praise because that's all they need. Higher the correction usually. And then if the dog is dominant or shy, sorry. Right. If the dog is shy, you want more praise and less correction. Okay. One thing I wanted to hit on too is when you bring a new dog into your house, you're going to realize the things that your dog likes and doesn't like. And here's something. How many people raise your hand? How many of your dogs just despise the evil vacuum cleaner?
Oh yeah.
Raise your hand. Go ahead. Admit it. That's the first step, is admitting. So what can we do with that? Well, think about it. The only time your dog sees the vacuum cleaner is when it's out and it's noisy and angry. The other times it's in a closet behind a door. They don't see it just sitting there. So one thing I recommend is taking the vacuum cleaner out and just sitting it in the corner of the house, and then your dog sees it a lot. consistency, repetition, right? Sees it just sitting there, no big deal. Take little pieces of food or treat, put it on the front of it where the little, well is in the front. And that way it kind of becomes friends with it. After, a couple weeks, go over, turn it on, turn it off. Just like that. That's it.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of angry. Because when dogs have fear, they take fight or flight, right? So the scared dogs that take the flight are just going to run away from the vacuum. Usually it's the little dogs that have a little fight in them. They're going to go over and try to attack the vacuum cleaner.
And the best thing, it's like I used to train bird dogs, and it's the same thing. You don't want to. I can get a dog. He'll put a pheasant right in front of me. He'll sit, or a duck. I'll say drop. He puts it in my hand, and life is good. Well, if I just did that, the first real scenario, and he's in the blind, or he goes hunting with his owner, the first time that dog hears a shotgun, he is going to freak.
Mm-hmm.
I always get the dogs used to that sound. I always bring them at a distance and then gradually bring it closer and closer and let them realize that big boom isn't going to hurt them.
Right.
I got a gentleman here that says, problem solved. Don't buy a golden doodle. Don't buy a labradoodle or whatever. Well, I can't say, yeah, you're right. It's got poodle in them. They're intelligent as could be. Labs are high strung. Every time I work a labradoodle, golden doodle, Bernie doodle, whatever kind of doodle it is, I do everything back. I work the dog very slow. I work the dog very calm. A matter of fact, I got somewhere on my Facebook page or something. I think I even showed it on one of our shows. I got a little 5-6 month old golden doodle, birding doodle, whatever kind of doodle. It was a doodle walking right alongside a little girl that never worked the dog before, and the dog did fabulous for her. And the leash was over her shoulder. It all depends on how you train them. It's just like everybody's saying, oh, don't get that kind of dog. They're so aggressive. If you think like that, please, in God's name, don't become a dog trainer. That's just the way I look at it. I mean, I've been doing this a long, long, long time, and I don't BS nobody. And I tell it straight from the heart and the way I think. If you don't like it, oh well. I'm telling you what works for me. And Margaret's worked with me long enough when we were in Texas. I don't think there's any dog out there that I couldn't train, and I didn't use prong collars. I didn't use e-collars. It's reading that dog properly. Right, Margaret?
Yes. Yep.
The other thing, I forgot, Margaret. People are missing the whole boat. Man, you got to take advantage of this, folks. You get a new puppy, and he's just little 8 weeks old, and he's hopping around. He's tripping over grass. He's just cute, and he's just following dad or mom around. People, take advantage of that. Call him while you're coming. Use a little minion voice. Good puppy. And then stop. And when he stops with you, very gently push his little butt on the ground. Give him a little scratch under the chin. And then let him follow you around again. But a lot of people, they say, well, yeah, the dog's following me. He followed, and they ignore the dog. Next thing you know, the dog's wandering off. And he realizes, I don't need dad. I don't need mom, because this is more interesting. If you get a little puppy and he's going to follow you, God, use it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key. Use it.
Exactly.
Don't let the puppy walk away. Keep his attention on you.
Mm-hmm.
All right? A lot of people miss that. They miss the whole boat on that, And if more people did that, it'd make our job so much easier.
Oh, yeah.
It'd make our job so much easier if people wouldn't create their own problems. And we walk in the house and say, my dog's an idiot. No, he's not an idiot. It's, and then you tell them that their dog's not an idiot. And they say, how'd you do that?
Right.
I don't know. You have anything else to add there, Margaret?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, when you bring, like, you're talking about new little puppies, like 8 weeks old, the socialization period is from 7 to 16 weeks. So like I said, introduce the evil vacuum cleaner. Yeah. Introduce other things too. Like Bob said, use when they're little like that, they don't want to go away from you much, and use that to your advantage and keep calling them to come so they get used to that. Get them used to, the leash itself. Let them drag that around in the house for a little bit, only while you're home. Okay. Socialize with them with all kinds of people and things and sounds. Like he's talking about hunting, but there's other sounds you can get them used to. Like how many people don't sit outside, like in their porch, not in the rain, but under the porch while it's thundering. So your dog gets, kind of accustomed to that, and not just in the shelter inside and hardly ever hear it. So then when they do, they feed off of you. If you sit there and hold them like this, they're going to think you're scared. So then, oh my God, it's scary. Yeah. No, be calm. Do some training with them in the house. Do just little obedience with them while there are thunderstorms going on. We have one kind of going through right now. So there's a lot of things you can do when you're on the phone. A lot of dogs like to cause problems when you're on the phone. Teach them from when they're young, like your little kids. They don't want to talk to you for 2 hours. And then suddenly when you're on the phone, they need you, So puppies can be the same way. Dogs can be the same way. And you kind of sometimes end up training them to be that way. You just don't realize it. So let them know. Have a friend call you. Like you could have Bob call me, where he doesn't mind if I say, hold on 1 second, and I go over and correct my dog, give him something to play with, and then get back on the phone. They think when you're on the phone, you're not going to get off the phone to correct them. So they just go kind of crazy. So let them know you're going to pause the phone call and you're going to correct them, but not give them attention, like positive attention, because then they learn if they bother you, then they get your positive attention. So then they'll keep doing it.
Exactly right. There's a couple other points I want to get out too is, like, I'll bring Hank Williams. He's a coon dog cross. I'll bring him to some lessons, for dog distraction, or if I'm working around an aggressive dog, like Hank Williams he'll avoid dogs. He stays by me. My little miniature Australian, or not Australian, my little miniature German Shepherd, she stays by me quite a bit also, that I use for distraction work. And customers, it's funny, they'll say, oh, can I pet him? I look him right in the face and say, no. No. Mm-mm. And, I don't know what is in people's minds that they want to pet someone else's dog. All right, here's what I do. I told them no, but at the end of the lesson, I tell them straight up, now I'll let you pet my dog, but stand right there. Then I tell my dog, make friends. Then my dog will approach them and make friends. Both dogs were brought up to the point to where I'm going to sit here until Dad says I can go make friends. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's cruel. Your dog ought to be able to go up to anybody. They can't go up to anybody. But I'm also teaching them manners, because I just don't want my dog just rushing up to people thinking they're going to get pet. And that's a perfect opportunity with a puppy. When your dog if you know someone's coming over, I know it's going to be a pain in the ass. And I know you're going to think, Bob, you're wrong on this. And then, believe me, I'm not wrong. You're going to avoid a lot of problems from jumping and getting tangled up in people's legs and knocking down a little old lady is when you have people come over. I know it's going to be a pain in the butt, but you know when they're coming. Put a puppy leash on that dog, make them sit, then say make friends under control.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the key to that? People, you know me, it starts with a C. It's consistency. If you're not going to do it all the time, do not do it at all. But believe me, it's like that little kid that's taught to take his shoes off at the door every time he comes in. He starts doing it on his own. We're just trying to steer you in the right direction, people. We're not going to lie to you.
Right.
It's not an easy fix, but in a way, if you start a little puppy doing things like this, if he does happen to jump on somebody's legs, tell your friends, do not pet him.
Put your hands up.
Don't pet that puppy until he gets off you. Then a little, good baby. Don't get all excited.
Exactly.
I know it seems mean. I know it seems cruel in a lot of people's minds. We just want to give you the best dog you can have.
Exactly.
And I don't know if anything else needs to be added to this, Margaret, or should we end it on this, or what are we going to do?
Well, I was just going to say, first, bring home toys that don't replicate anything else in your house. Okay?
Very good point.
Don't give your dog an old shoe to chew on so they won't chew on the new ones. That is not
Or an
gonna work.
old tennis shoe. Oh, he's allowed to chew on this.
I love it when people are like, oh, they even make dog toys that look like a shoe. No, you don't want dogs to think they can chew on anything that smells like you. Okay, so don't give them your old shoes. Give them the Nylabones. Give them the Kong. Give them, those Butcher Bones, those kind of things. So, and in the crate, people may not like that I say this, but I do not like putting a lot of beds in crates. Because if your dog is home by itself in the crate for like 5 to 8 hours and it has energy to get out, what's it going to do? It's going to chew that bed. It's going to have stuffing all over the place. It's going to ruin a $50 bed or whatever you spent on it. So give them bones, give them Nylabone, give them a Kong, give them something that's safe for them to chew in the crate. Okay?
The other thing, that's very good. The other thing, if you want, a lot of people say, man, I let him out of crate. He's an idiot. He gets zoomies all over. Well, you know how to stop that, folks? Real simple. When you take him out of the crate, make that dog sit.
Exactly.
Consistency. I love that word, consistency. Wow, that was almost a rhyme. Check that out.
Woo! Well, do we want to see if there's any calls there?
Yeah, do we have any calls anywhere or questions? Please, someone give us a question. I don't believe so.
What? Okay. Yeah, the paw for the train. I use that for service dogs too. Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, they're not born with a manual that tells them how to behave when they come out of the crate. You have to show them. You have to be the leader and show them how to behave in certain situations. So just like we said before, getting a trainer is a great, great thing.
I forgot what I was going to say now. It was a good one, though. Never mind. Never mind. There's so many. Oh, what Cindy said.
Mm-hmm.
Cindy, you made a very good point. I tell a lot of my clients, reward the good behavior. You don't have to physically praise them. But let's say you got a dog with a severe chewing problem. And all of a sudden, he's laying on the floor chewing on his bone. Reward that behavior. Tell him he's a good boy. He knows what good boy means. He knows what good girl means. But don't say, good boy. Good boy. He knows what that is. So remember, praise the good behavior.
Yes.
Discipline the bad behavior. right?
Exactly.
That's why we get along, Margaret.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes.
there you go. Oh, by the way, I wanted to add this, and I'm going to
Mhm.
throw this on Margaret because she's going to be looking at me like, "What the hell?"
Uh-oh.
I mentioned this on my Facebook page that I am available to talk to groups anywhere, whether it be a dog training workshop or a short seminar. Uh, if we do something like that, I want a couple people to bring some problem dogs, and I'll show you how I deal with it hands on, right in front of you. And you'll see I will not use any e-collars or prong collars or anything like that. But Margaret, uh, I'm available. I'm sure we can team up. If anybody wants us to come anywhere and talk to your group or whatever, please email us at rockindogs11@gmail.com. And most likely Margaret will get it before me because I'm busier than sin. And she will contact me and we can go from there. But I just wanted to get that out there.
Gotcha. Can we come to Texas?
I'll go anywhere. Yeah, I'll come to Texas. I sure will. You get me a group to talk to, Cindy. I'll be there, baby.
Gotcha.
All right.
Alrighty. No place
But,
is too big or too small.
I hope y'all learned something tonight.
Yep.
If you have any questions in your head, you can always go back, refer to this cast, whatever you want to call it. I'm not
Stream.
technical, whatever it is. Yeah. Go to this page that you're on right now and look back on it. Or if you have a question, again, email us at rockindogs11@gmail.com. And don't forget, like,
Hey,
share.
I need an agent too.
Yeah, I do. I got one, but I don't know. But
You're funny. All right. So what were you saying? Like,
share,
subscribe. We need subscribers, man. Come on.
We do. We need subscribers. Come on, people. Don't be a bunch of weak sticks out there. We're here to help you. Help us. Come on, man.
If
Margaret.
you have an issue with your dog, send us a video. We'll put it
Oh,
on
yeah.
the show.
I'd love to see some videos. Send them to us. All right, y'all. Peace out from the Rockin' His Dog Trainer in Cleveland, Ohio, and down in Florida. Catch y'all next week.
All right. Thanks for watching.